Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the It's Camping podcast with Miss Ray. And I'm Miss Ray, of course. Now, y'all know what it is. Today is Effort Friday. It's Effort Friday. It's Effort Friday. And give me 1 second because Instagram, as usual, likes to give me a hard time. Got to do all these extra steps. And this is probably why I don't post to Instagram because it is always something going on with Instagram. So let me update this stream key so that they can see it over here. Because you have to go and put a stream key in and blah, blah, bloop, bloop, blah, blah. It's just so many steps. But anyway, today is Effort Friday. And my F is for fortunate. Fortunate. Because I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate that, for those of you that don't know, let me explain the situation. For those of you that don't know, on August the 3rd, I was in a really bad car accident. And it was very traumatic. My car was damaged beyond repair. I sustained some really bad internal injuries. My nose is broken. I have a concussion. My neck is messed up. My back is messed up, but it's better today. Let me clarify. It's better today. I've been going to physical therapy twice a week. I've been icing my stomach. One side still has like some knots underneath the skin where I'm bruised up on the inside. But I say all that to say I'm grateful. I'm grateful to still be alive because he was trying to kill me. So I'm grateful for that. Um, my F today is fortitude because the strength of the mind when facing hard times, because things like this always happen at the most inopportune times, the most inopportune times. And I was leaving my job, stepping out on faith yet again. I love that truck. That truck was my baby. He finally got a name. His name was my boo, and now my boo is in heaven. So I'm sad about that, but I'm grateful that God kept me because I could be dead. I'm grateful that I only had a broken nose and I wasn't broke up everywhere else. So my fortitude to face this, you know, going into this with what everything that's going on already, and then this happening on top of it, and it's the way that I have to continue to have the strength that God continues to pour into me to face these hard times. Didn't know how, I'm already on certain medication because of my diabetes, which I've shared with you guys before. I'm on Ozempic, and it's not to lose weight for the record. So let's just be clear. I would never, ever, 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 ever take something just to lose weight, especially if I have to shoot myself. Let me tell y'all a story. Hold on. When I first got the Ozempic prescription, I didn't know what Ozempic was. I had heard about it. Everybody was talking about it, but never would have thought that I was going to be on it because I didn't know I had diabetes. Let's be clear. I didn't know I had diabetes. I thought I was going through menopause and it was causing me to gain all this weight. I couldn't figure it out. I wasn't really eating anything, so I couldn't still why I was still gaining weight. Doctor told me I had diabetes. I go pick up the prescription for Ozempic, get it home. My daughter says, "You ready to give you Ozempic?" I said, "Sure, I'll get it out, open it." And I've seen that it was a syringe, and your girl went to crying. I mean, crying. I mean, full on tears, crying about having to stick herself with this Ozempic. When I tell you my daughter laughed at me so hard, she was just disrespectful with it. I mean, disrespectful. She laughed so hard at me. And the more she laughed, the more I cried because I was like, who wants to do this on purpose? Who wants to shoot themselves on purpose? I don't. I don't want to shoot myself. Like, the needle's not big. The needle don't even really hurt. It's just the whole mental thing about shooting myself. So yeah, I've endured a lot with my body in this last year or so. So to now be injured through no fault of my own when someone was trying to harm me is crazy to me. But it's the fortitude that I use that I'm going to continue to stand and face this head on because God continues to give me the strength and the fortitude to do so. Do you understand what I'm saying? My F today is for fortitude because I am standing in the midst of adversity. I'm standing when I don't want to stand. Today is my birthday. And I had planned to be in Bali. I had planned to be in Bali, but God said something different. And I'm facing this and I'm not depressed. And, I was a little in my feelings this morning because I thought I would be waking up in Bali, but I'm not. Um, and I wanted my mama, but I can't have her. My other mother, she's in LA. My grandmother's not doing so good. My mom says that my grandmother's about to pass, and I don't want to hear that, and I don't want to deal with it. But I'm going to deal with it because I'm going to stand by my mama and hold her hand, and we're going to get through it together. So I'm using my F this Friday for fortitude. I want everybody to dig deep inside and pull up their fortitude because we all have strength when facing hard times. Times is hard right now on everybody, on every level. We've got the people in the military that I'm hearing are allegedly in deplorable conditions. And we've got to figure out how to do something about that. You got this clown in the White House that we ain't even gonna discuss because I refuse to give him any of my time. He's just a disgusting waste of DNA. You have children being unalived by their parents, which that just is a different day of having to face. But then you have those family members who have to face the fact that your child unalived their child. Now think about that. Your child unalived their own child. Now that mother has to stand there with fortitude because that's the time that you are not even going to be able to explain to yourself, let alone have to face the media or other family members about how or why your child could do something so deplorable. Fortitude is the strength of mind when facing hard times. Times are hard on everybody. You got the mother, Nolan Wells' mother, who's trying to figure out what happened to her son. And she has to use her fortitude every day to get up and stand and fight for her child in the midst of getting death threats and having her job threatened. And she did nothing wrong. She just wants to know what happened to her child. Fortitude is what we all must have when we're facing these hard times. I am using my F today for fortitude because I am using my fortitude every single minute right now to continue to stand in the face of everything that I'm going through mentally and physically. Physically, this broken nose thing, I can't rub my eyes. I can't blow my nose for 4 weeks. That's enough to just take me to the dark side right there. That nose thing, you know, it just I want to blow my nose and I can't. I want to rub my eyes. I have to be very careful because it's tender up in that area. But I'm still standing and I'm still maintaining and I'm still, I'm not in the bed wallowing in a pity party. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm grateful that I don't not obligated to go to a job and go to work every day. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Um, because right now, mentally, physically, I could not possibly be sitting there trying to entertain any shenanigans right now. because my mental capacity is not there. It's just not. I am using my fortitude to stand. In the words of Donna McClurkin, when nothing else when nothing else can help you, all you can do is stand. That's all I can do is stand and know that God here's another F word for you. Fascinate. I'm so fascinated with God. I am so fascinated with God because he keeps my attention in a good way. I am fascinated how he loves me in spite of myself. I am fascinated with how he keeps me in spite of myself. I am fascinated that when I don't always do right, he continues to bless me. I am fascinated with God. Fascinated. When I was doing things that I should not have been done, he kept me. When I tried to kill myself them 2 times, he kept me. When I drove off that embankment, he kept me. When I was just wilding in them streets, he kept me. He kept me. I am so fascinated with how he loves me. I am fascinated with how he loves me. So today, you get 2 F's. You get fortitude and you get fascinated. Because I am here's another one. Fortunate. I didn't even know I was going to use that one today, but fortunate. I am so fortunate that God loves me in spite of myself. He loves me in spite of myself. He loves you in spite of yourself. No matter what you have done, no matter what you do, as long as you ask for forgiveness, he will continue to love you and be there and have your back and pick you up and dust you off and place your feet on solid ground. He will. And I am a living, walking, talking testimony to tell you. You don't believe me? Go read. Well, you can go read my book. It's on Amazon. It's called You Never Know How Strong You Are Until God Tests You. Um, it's available on paper and on ebook. But I meant to say, go back through some of these other podcast episodes and you'll hear how he's kept me in spite of myself. You'll hear how I can't do anything without him. You will hear how he loves me when I don't love myself. You hear how when I gave up, he held me up. You will hear how when I was like, this is it, I can't do it. He was like, and yes, you can. And I did. When I tell you I am fortunate that God loves me, I am fascinated with the way that he loves me. And I'm going to continue to use my fortitude to put one foot in front of the other and walk with my head up, my back straight, and with all the pride that God has ever given me. Because if don't nobody love me, if I can't tell you one person loves me, I can tell you God loves me. He loves me in spite of myself and all the crazy things that I have done. He loves me. And on that note, guys, I am going to go. I am going to go and begin to celebrate my birthday because I could be dead if it wasn't, for God. Last week, that person tried to take me out, but God kept me. So you guys have an amazing Friday. And if you can't, don't you dare go mess up nobody else's. Shout out to my girl, Tabitha Brown. And make sure you go to the It's the King Thing podcast on Apple and YouTube. Like and subscribe. And I will talk to you later. Here's some rays from Ray. Woo! I love you guys. Take care. And be good to yourself, okay?